Hey fishers, let me think. Where's the fish biting? My goodness, it's been an ordinary week, hasn't it? Windy, crappy conditions. Look, you'd have to be a brave person to get out there in those conditions. But look, there has been a few getting out. Last weekend wasn't too bad. Looks like it's going to be okay for this weekend and the following week. And there is quite a few fish on the move. This is a great time of year when we get this sort of native fish sort of movement starting to happen. The trout are still going quite well, so there's a lot of activity around. Some of the streams are starting to open up, or they will do in the first weekend of September down in Victoria. So it looks real promising. Talking to the old mate Maso down at Compleat in Lavington, and he tells me that still getting some pretty consistent catches out of Dartmouth. That's been going for a long time now. We're pretty happy with that bit of water. Hume Weir, look, it was really good this week. Only problem is you had to be superhuman to get out there in those conditions. But anyone that did, there was a couple of good trout caught. The odd one up to £6, some really good browns. Main basin, around the wall area, Tallangata Arm, like we mentioned the last couple of weeks. That seems to be where the majority are coming from, so we're really pleased with that. Doesn't seem to matter what type of lure, the little bullet lures, CD Rapalas, Tassies, Cobras. Tillman's Cobra is one of my favourites. Got some neat colours in that, the little silver with the coloured heads. They seem to cover the options pretty well. So that's definitely worth the effort. Haven't got a lot of reports from Wagga this week, probably due to the conditions and starting to quieten down. Well, it has quietened down a little bit. If there was a lot of fish getting caught, we'd know about it, I can assure you of that. If you've noticed, the Murrumbidgee River looks real promising. It's dropped down to about 1.2 metres and it's cleared up quite nicely. In the next couple of days, we'll get even clearer. So I reckon within the next week or so, it's going to fire. But the most important thing and the interesting thing about the river, you've got a situation where the water temperature is up over 11 degrees. It's gone from 7.1 up to over 11 degrees in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Really, really good. That's fantastic. That's going to get the cod moving, going to get the yellows moving. Don't forget the season that closes for the cod is the end of this month, right? So the 1st of September on, close season for cod. If you want to catch one, you've got to go to Copeton, Eildon, places like that. Hopefully, in time to come, Old Blowering might stay open, but we'll see what the science tells us about that one. We'll keep that one in the back of the mind for next year maybe. But a bit of activity around pretty well. Anyone going to Blowering at the moment? Some very good reports from there. Quite a few cod getting caught. A lot of hours between them. I've mentioned that before, and it's still going to be the same case. Casting surface lures. Trolling seems to be quite good. There's starting to get a few nice cod on the troll. The biggest one this week and on the weekend out on the troll was about 87 centimetres that I heard of. Could have been bigger. There's been a few caught on surface lures a bit bigger, but more fish caught on the troll. Yellowbelly off the bank with bait up there. The redfin seem to have spread out a little bit. They're not as concentrated in the big schools anymore. Getting up into the shallower water again, but they're still getting some good ones in 60 feet. So keep your options open there. Look around, you'll find them eventually, but don't expect to find those real big schools at the moment. Like I said, spread out a little bit. Tobingo, the odd few trout, a bit of a tough challenge there over the week. Yukonbean, Tatangra, Jindabyne, a few fish coming out of there too, but look, you wouldn't get me up there this time of year. If we get a couple of nice sunny days, it'll be fantastic, but at the moment she's pretty tough going. Nothing much out of Wagga, a few fish out of Burrinjuck, and it's not firing, I can assure you. If I was going to Burrinjuck and I was going to catch a few yellowbelly, I'd fish off the bank with worms. That would be the first choice. And that's the same with Blowering, I should mention. Off the bank with worms, you'll get a few yellows. Looks like we've got enough activity around us to keep us excited. This is the Compleat English Fishery Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.